What's happening? Welcome to Wheel Wednesday. Happy Wheel Wednesday. We hope you're doing really well. Let's see. If you have any questions,
Oh,
start throwing them in. Oh, we got calls.
can you ask people for an audio check?
Can everybody hear us? Can you hear us? Hear us? Give us a thumbs up.
Can do it one more time?
If you can hear us, give us a thumbs up. But you don't think you want to stop and start it?
Raphael just said no audio.
All right, just stop and start it. Unless that was delayed.
Are we good on audio, everybody? Can you guys hear us? Yes? No? I think we're good.
You think so?
Nobody's saying anything, so. Oh, yeah, you're good. Okay.
All right, a little delay there. What's happening, everybody? Special shout out to Raphael, our boy, out there doing the thing. So what's up to you? Let's see, Wheel Wednesday. Happy Wheel Wednesday. Let's start this all over again.
That was my
any
fault.
Questions? What's that?
My fault, sorry.
I don't care about that.
Blame it on the audio guy.
No, there's no audio guy here. If you have any questions, start throwing them in. I'll be happy to answer them. Let's see. Today's podcast, 3 p.m. over on our YouTube channel. We are talking about wagons. Now, there are some really cool JDM wagons that I believe everybody would drive. And if you want to talk about that, want to provide your input or hear me rattle off some things and you want to argue with me, that's a good place to do it. 3 p.m. over on our YouTube channel. Don't forget this Friday on our YouTube channel, we also have a piece of content. It's a top 5. We haven't done the top 5 in a little bit. And this top 5 is about the advantages of using aftermarket wheels on track and some things like that. So make sure you tune into that. And if you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel, this is a good time to do so. We haven't done a wheel giveaway in a while, and we'll probably do one hopefully before the I'm thinking before Black Friday. So
do it soon.
Yeah, let's go ahead and spruce that up. Tell your friends, get over to YouTube, subscribe, and let's see what we can do. Again, if you have any questions, this is a good time to throw them in. We obviously do this every 2 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays.
Hans Horbital in the house.
What's up, dude? It was good seeing you out there, man. It was nice to meet you. I'm glad I got out to Grid Life this past weekend and met a bunch of people and kind of shook some hands that put some faces with the names. That's what
Hans is the man. I told him when I met him there, I was like, I don't know why, but I thought you had a German accent.
He doesn't.
Hans is the man. I like that guy.
Yeah.
Two Pig Shakur says, I saw you guys had Miguel DSM on the channel.
Yeah, a while ago.
Yeah, we had him on the podcast.
6 months ago?
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's the man. We got FC3 John says, I can't hear, but I'm deaf.
Oh, well, I mean, that makes sense. Do we have closed captioning on?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
It should work.
So if you can read, that's awesome because we like to be very inclusive.
Time Attack Type R, James Houghton, I believe.
Oh, what's
says,
up,
hey
man?
guys.
Yeah, James, I didn't get much time to speak with you, and I did get your message, and I appreciate that. I know you're a busy guy, piloting 3 cars, 1 event. Only Houghton.
BWS man says, is that a load-bearing wall behind you?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know. We got them thumbtacks in there, so it's not...
Yeah, I think it is. There's like sheathing and stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is.
We got someone asking, what's that shiny wheel behind your head?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say what's
It's
that shiny
Ultragram.
head behind your wheel. This is the KONIG Ultragram.
Carbon bronze metallic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. We got when is Konig's next giveaway?
Yeah, I think we just kind of addressed that. We're kind of trying to figure that out ourselves. This year was a little bit paced off as far as, things that arrived, things that didn't arrive, when they were going to arrive. Threw our schedule off a little bit, so we're trying to get something going, especially going into the holiday season, but definitely, hopefully, before we get to Black Friday.
We got Crash asking, do you guys have anything that'll fit my 4x4, so truck, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, what kind of truck is it? Let's talk about that first. Tell us what truck it is and kind of what you're looking for. We might be able to suggest something.
Got Mazda saying, just bought decograms for my Mazda 3 hatch turbo in bronze, and holy crap, I love them.
Dude, thanks so much. We appreciate that. And if you want to send pics, make sure you just go ahead and throw them into a message or something, send them to us. We love seeing all the cars.
We got a question for you. EK9 best track sizing setup.
This is one of those questions that I always have a little difficulty answering, and it's because when it comes down to your car, setups make a big difference, and it's really difficult for me to dictate what your wheel and tire setup should be, just because I don't know what kind of racing you're doing. I also don't know kind of, how you have your car set up, your suspension settings, what kind of driver you are. They all play into which size tire you would want to use and kind of what's, what layout. A lot of the guys that are out there that are quick on track, they're doing a reverse stagger type of thing where they're doing a wider wheel in the front than the rear. Help the turn in a little bit more, helps the car rotate a little bit quicker, kind of creates a little bit of oversteer so the car doesn't have so much understeer. And there's also a bunch of other stuff that I think we are actually putting a piece of content for to be able to kind of go through that with actual real race car drivers rather than me sitting here telling you what you should do. If you have anything specific related to that size or that fitment, let me know and I'll be happy to answer it.
We got 2N Canadian with a pretty good question saying, does the lower the offset mean that the wheel and tire will stick out of the car more?
Yeah. The lower offset you go, the more the wheel wants to go toward the outside of the vehicle. And the more, when you go to a higher positive offset, the wheel wants to go more toward the inbound side of the car, more toward the strut or the engine, right? Now, the hard part for this is understand that zero offset would kind of be the midway point within the wheel. And then you don't necessarily have to have a negative offset to go more toward the negative side. I don't know if that makes any sense, but we have videos on this on our YouTube channel. Go watch them. We tried to make it really easy. We've done probably 4 of them. So go search offset on our YouTube channel and you'll find a lot of information.
Kretzer F says, saw your forged wheels at Lime Rock, pretty sick.
Yeah, not bad looking, right? Yeah, I was super happy. If you saw Chris Boersma's car, they were spot on. Hey, listen, real quick, I don't know if anybody's watching. There was a gentleman that I spoke to, and I feel terrible that I forgot his name, but there's a gentleman that I spoke to at Grid Life that was running a Honda Fit, and he asked about white hexaforms. If this feels like you, or you know somebody that was, who was I speaking?
Was he on Acuity, Team Acuity?
I don't think so, no. Then hit me up, because I wanted to, they were saying about, they didn't know that we had 15, they wanted 15-inch 400 white hexaforms. And he's like, you guys don't make that. And I wasn't registering, but we do make that. So I wanted to be able to tell him that. So anyhow.
Batty B asking, do you guys have off-road wheels?
Yeah, we do. We make a Hyper Trail series. I'm going to have to, hold on, let me go with water in my pocket. Yeah. So with Konig, we have these bad boys. They're flow formed. They're 2,500 pounds load rated. Got a cool little perch. This is part of the wheel, so you can take the center cap out if you don't want to run one. So it's cool wheels. It has knurled bead seats. Don't get that confused with bead lock. It is not the same thing. Just a little added preventative maintenance that we can throw in there to help the tire kind of stay a little bit stuck to the bead.
Someone with a good comment just said hypergram for trucks. I think they meant
yeah,
that.
I mean, I think that there's a lot of continuity in that particular design just because it has the same number of spokes, same kind of split, has a little turn back at the end, so I see it.
Let's see, Mazda 3. I've tagged you in my pics. Don't know if it'll help. Whenever you have time, check out my profile.
Yeah, we get a lot of tags, so if we miss them, don't feel like you can't just send us a couple images, and we could always ask for more if we need them.
Ooh, this is a good one. JJ5 asks, if you could give one really good tip for getting sponsored, what would you say?
We've done some really good content on our YouTube channel. One really good tip. All right. This is kind of a little generic, but I'll give it to you. My tip is make sure that the package and the value that you're proposing to a company has a multiplier of return on investment. No one's going to give you a set of wheels or give you some product because you can sell another set of wheels or sell X that product. Because the truth of the matter is that's like a one-to-one. It's a scrub, right? It doesn't even help really put the numbers on the board. Now, if you can figure out a way that you're giving something to somebody that allows them to take advantage of what you're doing, the package you're proposing, all the things that you're going to do in that sponsorship, and they're going to really see some return on investment, then I think you have something there. I just, we get a lot of sponsorship proposals, and when you really look, between the lines, you're like, man, there's just not a lot here. Remember, sponsorship is a value proposition, so you have to be able to show the company that you're applying sponsorship for, that you can really return some value.
That's a good tip. Lena Chin.
I want to give one more tip.
Here we go.
One more tip.
Oh, we got a tip.
got another
Who's
tip.
that?
one more tip. What's up, guys? It's Luis. Another tip that I want to give you guys is just do cool stuff. Be organic. You know what I mean? Don't overthink it. At the end of the day, get a new car, go out there and represent, and that's it. You know what I mean? And a lot of the time, most of the time, companies like Konig and other companies are going to recognize that you're doing it organically with love behind it. So just be cool. That's it.
Okay.
Bang.
I'm gonna piggyback on
Love
that.
that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna piggyback. Now you give that to
Okay.
me. So here's my piggyback. My piggyback is that if you're gonna go out there, don't feel that you have to go for the full Monty on day one, right?
Right.
You can propose something to the company, show the company that you're willing to support them, right? Building relationships is probably one of the biggest things that sponsorship gets overlooked with, right? If you treat yourself as a number, you'll get treated as a
Right.
number. So try to create a name with a face to the brand. Try to understand that there's employees there trying to do their job, but there's also a brand there that has certain things that they need to fulfill on a sponsorship requirement side. And try to understand what they are. Try to make sure that you meet up with them. Not, I often think sponsorship sometimes when you're applying for companies is a little bit more like choosing a doctor. There's a lot of doctors out there, but not every doctor is going to be a fit for you, right? So find one. Like I haven't found a doctor to make me thinner yet. So you can see like there's the fit. We're missing there. But look, I think that when you go out there, don't be afraid to buy the product first, run the stuff, show them that you're really supporting them. Send them some free media, send them some different things, get to know them a little bit. And then, as your program progresses, be able to say, hey, can maybe we do a partial? Is there something cool I can do? Stuff like that.
And you know what's it's cool is like, and this is even from me not even working here anymore. The
brings up
family,
another
this is
point.
my
What the
family.
hell? Yeah.
But for example, I still talk to Travis Reeder. I still talk to Derek Madison. Even though they're not riding anymore, these are people that we actually created relationships with. That means that
Well,
made us
Reeder
want
is.
to. Well, he's still running.
Yeah,
my
he's-
bad.
yeah.
So Derek isn't. But at the end of the day, these are friends of ours. Like
Yep.
legitimately, I can go to the track, go hang out in where they're at, and their paddock, and we're just kicking it like friends. And that goes a long way with getting sponsored. So basically, my 2 cents is just be genuine, be a car lover, go out there, get yourself on the track. And then eventually you're gonna see someone like Scott knocking at your door. I'm telling you,
Right.
it's gonna happen.
And then, and for all the direct sponsorship questions, we're going to put Luis's cell phone number. Right.
Right here, put it right here.
We got a bunch of people.
Right
Andrew
here.
Nopi saying, "Is that Luis?"
Yeah.
We're saying, "Downforce machine. Guess who's back? Back again. Luis is back. Tell a friend."
See, like, here's the thing. Like, the thing is that we don't just throw people out of here. When we say they moved on, we don't mean like we fired them.
Yeah.
There's different things that happen. So,
I'm
yeah, they're
literally
around.
using the office space to hang out.
That's
Later, y'all.
That's good.
Anyhow.
Speaking of sponsored, Lena
Yeah.
Chin in the house. She was up in Lime Rock this week.
Yeah, I
couldn't
tried
get to
to
film
I tried
it.
to get with her, but I think she was getting into a car at the same time as rolling up.
Just
So
dominating the track. She says,
Very nice
Ultragram 1810.5 took a beating at Lime Rock Park this weekend.
sick.
The curbs are rough, but the wheels took it like a champ. Thanks for
Good.
making wheels we can race with at affordable prices.
Well, I really appreciate that. That means a lot to us because we really do put a lot of work into that stuff. Yeah, I mean, listen, that sucks. So.
No, she
Her
said
curbs
they took them well, so yeah.
Yeah, I know, but like the curb thing's tough.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Lime Rock too.
Especially curb checking, and like there's definitely some cars that dropped the wheel, and that's gotta suck too. So
We got Ahmad from Saudi Arabia saying, how can I get a set of wheels for my car and send it to Saudi Arabia?
okay, so we have a dealer in Dubai. Of course, like the moment we have a dealer in Dubai, my holler at Doubt right outside and just get the name of his dealer.
Okay.
We'll get you the Dubai dealer. He's probably the closest one.
Tuner stop.
Tuner Stop. Tuner Stop in Dubai is a customer of ours, and he deals with bringing wheels in all the time. So I think that's your closest kind of stay in the UAE, if I'm correct with my geography. Yeah.
Nice. Rise VTech, Mario Moroni says, good afternoon, everyone.
What's up, man?
Saw you at Lime Rock. Good to see you, man. Ahmad says, I want 19-inch 7J, 5 and 100. There are some recommended options for me. I think he's asking for a recommended
No,
options.
so look here, we don't make 19-inch by 7 wheels, right? You want a 19-inch by 7-inch wide wheel. In 19-inch, 8 to 8.5 is probably the narrowest we would make. So if that works for you, then continue on. If it doesn't, then I'm sorry.
We got some viewers on YouTube. If anyone has a question about fitment or sizing or
Sure.
Scott, just pop them in the comments.
Yeah, ask me questions about me.
Yeah, Carbon Cinematic on YouTube says, come hang out with me at the track.
Yeah,
let's go.
We were just out the track this past weekend.
Downforce Machine says, good tip for sponsorship is to mow their lawn. That's true.
Yeah, maybe.
That's
I
true.
guess. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. Kuni Garage says, in the future, do you plan to release 14s and 15s that are wide and low offset? I have an AE86, so 4 and 4.5.
Right. So we have a Konig Rewind that we do in 4, 4.5. I think you're probably looking for something much wider, but I think we do a 7, and that 7 is at like a 0 offset. So that may fit the bill depending on if you have a flare or something crazy like that.
Downforce Machine says, how many wheels are you planning to release this year at SEMA?
That's a good question. If I told you that, I'd have to kill you. No, let's see. I know for sure we're releasing 2 flow-formed wheels. We're also going to be releasing a new forged wheel. We have 2 Mamba wheels for our off-road line. So I think about a total of 5. There is a 6th one that's kind of been hanging on the edge, and we're not sure if we're going to make it or not. So definitely right now 5. 3 of them in Konig, 2 in the Mamba off-road line.
Downforce Machine says, next up to return to the stream is Rich's cat.
Oh my God, right?
That's good.
We'll try to swing that through.
Good.
Yeah.
Shane Patza says, the wheels take a beating. I kept putting mine against walls drifting, which makes me sad.
Yeah, I can imagine that one. It doesn't fare well for pretty much any wheel, but hopefully it held the air and did its job.
Ankesh says, do you have a dealer in India?
Yeah, so the India thing has been tough because we go through a dealer and then we don't have them, go through dealer and right now we do not have a current dealer in India. However, if you know somebody good that we should be speaking to, we are happy to take that information, or if you want to reach out to them, tell them to get in touch with us. Never know. We can make relationships here.
Same question, but for South Africa.
No, same thing. I think, we've had that come up a few times. South Africa is kind of the same way. We speak to a couple dealers, we do some things, and then all of a sudden the dealer kind of disappears. So, yeah, I mean, that's, if you know of a good dealer, if you know somebody that we should speak to, or you can speak to them and have them contact us, we're happy to listen.
Carbon Cinematic, who's on both YouTube and Instagram streams, by the way, so dedicated.
Nice.
And has a really nice Mustang, by the way. Love that Mustang. Says, I need one of those blue Koenig banners behind you.
Oh, the Nabori flags?
Yeah, we've got those.
They're available. Store.konigwheels.com. You can actually buy a Nabori flag. I think they're like $12 or something like that.
Yeah, they're nice.
But,
Jersey Boost. Yeah. I met who we did the Car Anatomy with this past weekend.
Okay.
Slammed a curb myself at Lime Rock. Yeeted the splitter and front lip. Koenig's no damage though.
Oh, sweet,
nice.
Man. That's awesome.
This guy's the man. I loved his bill. It was sweet. We're gonna come out with that in a couple of weeks.
Nice.
Ahmad from Saudi Arabia says, thank you very much.
Yeah, I wish I had a better answer, but I hope that works.
CMS GT4 says, I'd love to see a flow form version of your forged F1M.
Over F1M.
That'd be
Oh,
cool.
I understand. Yeah, I don't know that we would do that, but I understand. You want something like you want a meshy type thing. Noted.
Jack Napier says, I'll take a set of rims, please.
Yeah, of course. So would I.
Yeah, dial it up. Let's
Yeah.
go. JX Chris XS says, make the 6th one. See how the public receives it.
Yeah, I wish it was that simple. You don't know the rigmarole that we go through to decide if we're making certain wheels and certain designs. It takes quite a bit for us to get there, but once we get there, then there's always that, does it fit in? Is it the right time? So, yeah, I don't know. That's a good thing.
Blueberry says, hey guys, sorry I'm late. I just woke up.
Oh.
You just missed Luis.
Yeah.
Luis was right here. Should we
Stop
go
back.
get him for you?
Stop back.
Yeah, Downforce Machine. Any plans to do 19s or 20s? We had a RCF at work that is going to need new wheels, and I really wanted to run Koenigs.
Yeah, 100%. We do have some 19s and 20s, depending on what you want. Like oversteers are in there. So are ampliforms. We have a few other wheels that we do in 19 and 20. But we are starting to expand our forge line, so look out for that, especially with the F3S.
Jack Napier says, can I at least get a discount on wheels, please?
I mean, that's a hard thing to answer. Maybe.
Maybe. Let's see. We got, can you please explain offset? It's a good one. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've done this in countless videos on our YouTube channels, So you can go over there and search offset and come up with a really good explanation. But let's say we have a wheel. It's 10 inches wide. Roughly 5 inches in would be 0, the center line. And that would be 0 offset. So when the mounting pad is directly in the center of a wheel, that's 0 offset. Now, when we start to move that mounting pad toward the face of a wheel, we start to make the wheel more positive. Now, when we make a wheel more positive, that wheel is going to want to move more under the car toward the strut, toward the engine. When we make a wheel that is going to be less positive or starts to go into the negative numbers past that 0 point, we start to move the wheel out, being this side where, the outbound of the car. So this is going toward the fender, outside of the body of the car. So you can, positive kind of puts the wheel more under the car, negative or in the direction of negative puts it more outside the car. Hope that helps.
Christoph J says, I need a set of those heliograms from my GR Corolla. What size would you go with?
I would go with 18.5. I believe those cars take a tremendous amount of wheel, and I think they're super dope cars. Which version do you have? Core, circuit? What do you got?
Downforce Machine says, so are the white ultragrams coming soon or what?
Ultragrams. No, not ultragrams, heliograms. Not heliograms, hexaforms. You're asking me if we would do that in white. I don't know. What size do you want?
He might have seen Brian's, because Brian painted his ultragrams white, right?
Yeah, what size fitment?
So did Miguel DSM, actually. Let's see. We got some Raymond saying more white wheels, please.
It's interesting. Let me know what size, what offset, what size, like what specs. When you say that stuff, it helps me get an idea of, like, should we really do it? Is there a common consensus?
Nice. FL5 Jimmy, recommendations for my FL5.
Yeah, I mean, what size do you want to run? Let's start there. 18s, 19s. You want to do something really aggressive, something that's pretty bolt-on, but, kind of flush. What do you want?
He actually just said meaty tire.
Okay. So,
18s?
I would do something, listen, here's the thing. I would do something forged. I would do, either an F1M or even the F3S in like an 18, 9.5. I believe we did a 44. That should allow you to put like a 265 on it, something like that. But that's kind of the rate. If you want a meaty tire, 35 maybe a little bit aggressive. It's not going to allow you to run enough of a tire. If you go a little bit higher into the 40, 42, 44, that's going to be able to give you a meatier fill, and we should have that in our Ford stuff.
Andrew Wong has a B8 Passat and says, love the heliogram. B8 Passat's cool, by the way. Love the heliograms. What size do you guys advise? I'm on 18s now.
Well, if you're on 18s, I mean, if you have, look, this depends a lot how you have your car set up. Like, I know, like, Dowd is a big VW guy here, and like, sometimes he'll run narrower wheels to be able to, because he's bagged. He likes to kind of do that whole thing where they kind of tuck under, right? If you're not bagged, if you're running statically, if you are looking for just a bolt-on set, 18.5, 42-ish offset works really well. If you feel that you have a little bit more propensity to push out, you could potentially do something like a 32 offset. We make a lot of that stuff. You can go in 18/9 and 42. Again, we're starting to get a little aggressive. If you feel that you could do some more than that, hit us up. We'll happy to walk through it with you.
All right, we'll do last call for questions here so we can get back. And Basic Click says, my truck just got totaled last week, so wheels aren't at the top of my list anymore.
Yeah,
Damn.
no kidding.
Sorry to hear that.
Hope you're all right.
Johnny Ace Gaming says, Battle Mini Cooper is definitely a go for the Mark 1s, looking like end of October once autocross season is done.
That's sick.
Nice.
We saw a couple good minis out there at Grid Life this past weekend. Really nice stuff.
Nice. Oh, the Downforce Machine says, this is Brian. Oh, so you changed your Instagram handle. That's weird. CLT Brian is now the Downforce Machine. That's interesting.
Cool. Good name.
I like it. Blueberry, gonna work on getting a tow rig at some point. Gotta run Konigs on my tow rig.
Oh, that'd be sick.
That'd
Yeah.
be awesome.
Look for the Hypertrail series that we do in the Konig line. We have 2 wheels there right now. Stuff is super good, super stout.
Clunky Express says, I have a 2017 Ford Fusion 1.5 liter. What would you recommend for the perfect rim?
An 8.5 and that higher offset I think will work really well. Kind of will fill it out. Won't be too much, won't be too little.
And we'll finish it off with this. It's a good question. Says Chris asks, I'm just wondering what wheel color combinations would you recommend, like for different body colors?
Yeah, you're gonna have to give me a little bit more than that because I mean, obviously, I can't.
I think they're asking like what color combos do you like? Like British Racing Green with a nice bronze wheel. Always
Yeah, I mean,
looks good.
look, I definitely think there's those, tones of green and different things that come with bronze and gold wheels with machine lips and stuff like that. I think that's cool.
Red and bronze.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a big fan of like black bronze, red bronze, blue bronze.
What about silver bronze?
I like white cars that run black wheels, but I also like white cars that tend to run, those matte gray, really kind of dark, menacing wheels. I'm a big fan. Like my personal taste is like be aggressive but not flashy. So I look for more of a like sinister look without making it seem like I'm overly trying. I think I just created another genre.
Someone just asked, would you put black wheels on your car now, Scott?
On my 350Z, no, because my 350Z is black. Here's the thing, I love black wheels the way it makes a car look tougher. I don't like black wheels because when you put a black wheel on your car, you lose all the details. That's why I tend to really favor grays and graphites and hypers and stuff like that because I think they do a really great job of making the wheel push out from the rest.
All right, last one.
Okay.
Dude with a spider says, no question, just wanted to say I got a set of Mark 1s recently for my Mark 7.5 GTI.
Appreciate you.
Beyond excited to get them. Konig's been killing it.
Dude, thanks so much. I really appreciate that. And we love when you post pictures and kind of tag us in them. And we super appreciate that you support us. I mean, really means a lot. We put a lot of time into making these wheels. It's not just so that we can sell wheels. It's also so we can continue being in this car scene, doing the car stuff. We love doing it. And it's people like you that allow us to keep doing it.
We got one more person asking for help.
Sure.
Hello, Daniel says, what would work well for a 1999 Honda CR-V on coilovers with a good fitment, not tucked or cambered?
Yeah, you could probably get away with like an 8.5 at like a 42-ish or something like that. I think that would work out. Throw us a message here. We can get some more information from you. Email mail@konigwheels.com. Doubt answers a lot of those messages, and you'll be able to get some really good feedback, and he'll be able to bounce through a few things with you, try to keep it, kind of in the realm and really detail an answer for you, tailor an answer for you. Anyhow, that's pretty much it. Don't forget, podcast goes live just real soon, about a half an hour's time, over on our YouTube channel, KONIG WHEELS USA. Make sure you head over there, get subscribed if you are not already, because that's where some good giveaway hopefully will be happening before Black Friday. And in addition to that, we drop content there every Friday, and obviously we have a podcast there every Wednesday. This Wednesday we are debating about cool wagons. We talk a lot about some cool JDM wagons, some Euro wagons. Come there, join the conversation. Call me a loser for some of the things that I said that I like, and then definitely call Doubt a loser. I mean, if you're gonna call me a loser, definitely call Doubt a loser. You know what I mean? Like, this is the nice thing to do. Anyhow, with that said, we will catch you on the next one. Take care of yourself this week, and we'll be back here next Wednesday, 2 p.m. Eastern.